forever. Last night in Novosibirsk. We're gonna board the Trans-Siberian Express later tonight. Very healthy vodka.
Yeah, the journey in Siberia continues. And what's a journey in Siberia without sitting in the Trans-Siberian Express? Now, this is something that should be made clear. There's really not such a train as the Trans-Siberian Express. There might be once a week some tourist 5-star train, but the Trans-Siberian is a route that runs about 15-20 trains in it, and you choose. You choose which train to take, you choose how long you want to take it, from where to where, you get off where you want, you get on when you want. And suddenly came this possibility, I mean, probably by Sasha's grace, to go to Baikal. Now, who was saying no to go to Baikal? It's Russia's sacred site. So of course I took this opportunity. I've been invited by an eco project there to share knowledge, learn and teach. In exchange they put me on this nice train. Unfortunately, when it's a nice train you can't open the window. But of course, the trains here are long. The landscape is typical Siberian landscape, endless birch trees. Can't get away with other trains passing by. At least Russia has a really good train system. I don't know, back home in Australia, when we talk about trains, it's always the country is so big, there's no budget. Here trains run all the time. I think every day I'm here, I fall in love with this place more and more. It's just something so unique, so expected, so unexpected. I mean, when I tell my mates, oh, I'm in Siberia, I love it, they say, what are you doing there? What is there? Right. That's the great puzzle and riddle, because there's not much here. It's great, but it's not much, it's a lot. The sun is shining this morning. I'm riding the train from Novosibirsk to Irkutsk. We got on the train last night, and we'll get off tomorrow morning. So we got on Wednesday. We'll get off on Friday. Nothing to complain, apart from the fact that I can't open the window. It's all good. It's comfortable. I've actually had a whole compartment to myself. The lady said that at 12 o'clock today somebody else would join. Let's see. I'm gonna have to break my teeth with some Russian, or if we're lucky they might even speak some English. The one thing that stands out in the Siberian landscape, that it's a total pharmacy. The amounts of wild herbs. I mean, pharma companies produce poison in the Siberian landscape, produces endless forms of healing. I've been on the road now for, I would say, 32, 35, 36 hours. I'm a bit exhausted, but this is the last stop before Baikal Lake. The landscape has totally changed here, from the lush Siberian forest to really what I would call wastelands. Apparently, this place has been overgrazed, and we all know what happens when we bring cows into the landscape. So we stopped in this roadhouse, can have a coffee and a little feed, and then drive our last leg to Baikal. It's really weird, this chain of Irish pubs, Russian Irish pubs all over Russia. Yeah, it's summertime, high tourist season. Baikal is in. Yeah, after many hours, we've arrived in Baikal Lake. We're going to catch the ferry. I can see the ferry coming now and go to the island. What I'm doing here is connecting with many ecological programs, and we're going to see how we can bridge, how we can support it through a Green Gaia project, how we can collaborate. And here, in this yurta here, is one of these projects. Hello. Hello.
So this is a visiting center of the Olchon Island.
First, you tell me what's your name.
Oh, my name is Zamira. I'm sorry.
Amira, that's okay.
Yes.
And look, she speaks perfect English, you know, which is quite a rarity in this part of Russia, you know. Yeah.
Okay, so here we have an exhibition of photographs of the Baikal species and Baikal nature in general, and also we have representation of our ecological projects. So first of all, we ask people to use less plastic because it's a big problem for the island, and we present them these bags. They're made out of fabric instead of plastic bags. We give them like kind of a rent, so they can take a bag on the way to island to use it on the island, and on the way to the city they return the bag and we return the money that they give us.
Okay.
This is one of our projects. Another project is the pottery. We have a little exhibition of a pottery here in Huzir. They opened a pottery center, I think. And during the year, they were making free master classes for these local people, and all of this their work. So most of them are made by kids, by children.
Okay.
As you can see, they're not that perfect.
Yeah, but
But
pottery is not
beautiful
meant to
still.
be perfect.
Yes.
Only factory is perfect.
Yeah, and all of this also were made in this pottery center on the island.
Okay.
And also we ask people to use what is it, like eco-friendly washing powders, shampoos and soaps, because it's also a big problem for the island and for the environment of the island, like water and everything else. And we have here a little representation of it. So here's like an example of a laundry powder that you could use, which is pretty good, I think.
Okay.
And you can find it on the island in the supermarket. They
Okay,
have
that's
a-
cool. Yeah, that's
yeah,
nice.
whole bunch of it.
Yeah.
Here also we have information about national park, about our like recommendations for tourists. So here we have some information, like basic information, like phone numbers and what to do and what not to do on the island and in general in this area. And also it's another project that we have this year. We asked people to use these bags to put the garbage in it. So we have orange bags.
So they can take the garbage off the island.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So we have orange and black ones.
Yeah.
So orange one is for recyclable things, for bottles and this, and the black one is for all the other garbage. And on the island, on the other side of the ferry, they have garbage bins, orange and black. So you put orange bag and an orange bin, and a black bag and a black bin. So we just started, and I think it's a pretty good idea for the island.
I think it's a really good idea, and
Yeah.
tourism is actually an ecological disaster in many places, not only in
Yes,
Russia.
yes.
But here it seems that the environment is so fragile.
Environment is fragile, and they haven't been working on improving the facilities
Facilities,
for tourists.
Okay.
And they just started to work on it, I think. Like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, there were not so many tourists. So I think they haven't thought about it, maybe.
So the tourists arrive before the infrastructure arrives.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and it happens a lot of times, I think.
Okay.
And also we this year we register people for the ferry here
Okay.
to know how many tourists are going to the island, so
Okay.
they could improve the facilities and make it better. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
and
really
also-
good. It's really good to see all this positive action.
Yes,
Yeah.
really. And also we show people films about Olchon Island, so I can show you a couple of them. They're 5 minutes, like 3 5-minute films.
Yeah, let's have a look. yeah.
Let's have it.
So what are unique species to this island, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On these pictures, so this Todd is only the island, only on the island.
Oh, nice.
It's very small, like this big maybe, and it is one of endangered species of the island, unfortunately. Also, these mice, also only on the island. It's also very small, and also endangered species. They were taking these mice to Novosibirsk, so they could.
To the zoo?
To the zoo, yes, so they
Okay.
could save it.
Okay.
And you can see a lot of, I don't know their names in English.
Like beavers?
Beavers, yes, so
Yeah,
you can see
yeah.
a lot of them. They're not endangered.
Yeah, no,
Which is good.
not in this country.
Yes, in this country. And also seals. You can
wow.
see them not very often on the island, but sometimes you can see them too. What else? Sometimes when it's the fire, or in the winter time by ice, some bears come to the island, but these two are the only.
And this is what's destroyed ecologies the world over. Our addiction to cow milk and cow meat. I have nothing against animals. I have nothing against consuming animals in the right way and the proper way. But cows have destroyed landscapes the world over. These were all lush forests. Now they're just poor grazing lands.
I don't know. I don't think I can change it.
You want? I also.
A quaint little village here. Yeah, if you want to go somewhere at the end of the universe, this is the place. Olchon Island in Baikal.
Potatoes.
18 kind of potato here growing.
Фигуру.
18
О, 80.
семена, сорта забыл.
Син,
Different, different
Types of potato. Where is it always?
Behind all of them.
Behind, okay. We'll have a look.
So his potato protects his inner.
Here it is.
Когда-то под картошку использовал, а сейчас коровы нет.
This is a nice organic garden and
He's very good
strawberries.
strawberries.
Nice organic garden in Baikal and Olchon. And 18 types of potatoes. Wow.
And this is a local
Berry.
no,
No?
type of
Vishnya, I know. Sour cherries.
It's sour cherry. It's called Japanese sour cherry. They don't have a stem.
Okay. And these are the beloved potatoes here, and there's 18 different varieties. I do often wonder how people survived before the spuds came in, the beloved spuds. They get such a big rave, such a bad rave in so many circles, but I think whole societies will starve without potatoes. Don't necessarily agree with this way of growing potatoes, but it works for them here. Not much grows here. And this is what stores well for winter. This rock here is called Shamanka, rock of the shamans. Baikal and Olchon, this half island, considered a sacred site. So sacred that actually the whole half island has been declared a national park. I don't know if you can see it here, but there's a bit of a beach now. These are Siberians. It must be about 14 degrees with cold wind. Yeah, and everybody's at the beach. It is the total height of the tourist season. Apparently these couple of weeks in August are the most touristic. Next month it all goes back to a normal sleepy village. You can see this fog with this really low cloud lying over the water. We're here quite in a narrow place of the lake. And we might go tomorrow to the north of the island and have a look at the lake where you can't actually see the other side. Well, this is it. Olchon. These totem poles. and the rock Shamanka are considered one of the 9 most sacred shamanic places in Asia. And for many Russians, this is the place. This is the bridge between the seen and unseen, between the known and unknown, between the known and yet to be known. For many Russians, it's a dream of a lifetime to come here. I must say thank you to all the people who made it possible for me to be here, especially Sasha, who actually gave me a kick in the butt. Said, go, don't miss on this. And tie my own prayer flags here. Life is so full of miracles and surprises. So the ditch has gone everywhere in the world. Sure, the Maris and Kuris be quite impressed to see the ditch being played here at sunset in Baikal. Beautiful morning in Baikal. Shamanka Rock. After 2-3 days of really strong wind, the wind has calmed down. Today I'm going to follow tradition. And go and tie my prayer flags around the tree. Or around the totem pole. I haven't decided yet. I decided to tie my flags by a tree made by nature. And also the totem poles also made by nature, which is land. So be it. So be it. So be it. So now, today's on the sacred island of Baikal. Small cartwheel.
lined up to give a couple of talks there, but anyway, we'll talk from Irkutsk. It's a very interesting town. We are in Irkutsk, town, the center of Siberia. Beautiful small town. Russians love their statues. Came of Baikal the other day and enjoying here, beautiful summer day. I'll be here for a few days. We have a series of meetings about introducing permaculture in the local private school, about forming a civil society to deal with the environmental disaster in Lake Baikal, and especially in Olchon. Many things. It's good to feel useful when one roams the world. Summer Siberia is amazing, but I must taste the winter to feel what it means. Because the interesting thing is, I met many Russians, like say in Moscow and St. Petersburg, who say how they love to run away at winter time. But all the Siberians I've met, same thing. They can't wait for winter. Winter is their magic time. It's really hard for me to relate to it, I must admit. But who knows? One cannot judge anything until they don't experience it. And what's a Russian town without a statue of Lenin? Feels like towns compete. Who's going to have the biggest statue? Beautiful colors, colors of flowers in a cold country. Architecture here is somehow almost reminiscent of Penang, maybe, places like this. It's a lot of old wooden houses. It's a really quaint town. This afternoon I've been invited to this amazing art gallery, phenomenal art gallery. This exhibition hall has sculptures from indigenous Central Asian artist called Sasha who is a Buddhist also. Wow. People always look at Siberia as this place at the end of the world, but the nature, the culture, the arts, the performance art in this place is just phenomenal. Some of the best ballet and opera in Russia is actually in Siberia. So we really need to do a mind change in this way.